post UFC 264 reaction right here. The event just ended. Oh my God, what a UFC, what a pay-per-view, guys. The King returns to battle. Conor McGregor. Oh my God. All right, so a lot of reaction going on here. Let's talk about it, guys. All right. Okay, so let's just go over the pay-per-view and we'll talk about what happened. Really shocking stuff what happened to Conor McGregor there in his leg. So I'll talk a little bit about that. Overall, it was a pretty crazy card. Really good fights. I enjoyed it. Okay. All right. So I'll just go over, the fights and what I think about them and everything, and we'll talk about a little bit about the winners and losers and just what's going to happen. I use SureDog for most of my MMA news and stuff like that, or just overall fight results. I like SureDog. It's a pretty... I just like the layout. The UFC website sucks. I mean, I only use them for when I need to get information, but my go-to is SureDog. If you guys don't use it or are not familiar with it, I recommend using SureDog. So yeah, let's get into things. Okay, so the pay-per-view of UFC 264 started with the Sean O'Malley versus the Chris Moutinho. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I can't remember how to say his name. I'm just so like on emotion right now after that finish. So, but man, a lot of respect to Moutinho, man. That guy's a warrior. Let's talk about that stoppage. If you guys saw that O'Malley fight with Moutinho, bullshit stoppage. I'm sorry. Like, you got 1 minute left in that fight, and Herb Dean calls it. Like, what is that? Let him fight. There's a minute left. It's the fight business, man. This isn't... It's fighting. You punch people in the face. Sometimes you get bloody. Like I don't know. It's like little things like that that really I question about just UFC's like general not just MMA. It's just I think UFC has some sort of policy now where they're like overprotective of fighters, but something like that, man. You just gotta let them finish. I'm sorry. That was a poor call. But hey, it is what it is. I know sometimes refs have to use judgment calls in situations like that, but to me that one, Moutinho, like he was still aware of everything that's going on. He was covering up. He was fighting back. You gotta let the guy go, man. Like he's on his feet. Like he's not on the mat on his back or knocked down. Like he's actually on his feet. He's aware of his surroundings. He's aware of his. He's just mentally, like he's conscious. You only stop the fight when you know that the fighter is unable to protect himself. So you have to let him fight there. So bad stoppage there. O'Malley gets the win. Then you had Aldana and Kunitskaya fight. Aldana, I guess, missed weight in that fight. I didn't realize that. I must have missed that when they were introducing the fighters, but I guess Aldana missed, but um, yeah, and so Aldana, what a finish for Aldana though. It was the round one stoppage, so great victory for her. For her, unfortunately, she missed the weight, so but she still gets the finish. And then we have the Hardy fight. Man, uh, I'm having trouble with these names. Tai Tuvasi against Greg Hardy, and man, both very dangerous fighters. You gotta love Tuvasi though, man. He's a fan favorite coming out to Wannabe by Spice Girls. Awesome. Like, it was so funny to watch that. So, huge win for Tavasi there over Hardy. Gotta love that one. And then we had the okay. So then we have the co-main event: Gilbert Burns versus Stephen Thompson. Like, I'm sorry, I love Thompson. Like, you gotta love the guy. You know, the karate dude, American, all that, and he's just a very likable guy. But man, like, how many times now have we seen him just get absolutely destroyed once he gets taken down? He has no takedown defense. He has no ground game. Like, sure, he's great on his feet, but that's only when, he's standing. Like, you take him down, and it's game over. Like, when I was watching that fight, I knew just from watching it that as soon as he got taken down, I knew eventually Burns would get the victory. It's sort of yeah, yeah. It's smart strategy by Burns to keep taking him down. But man, you think that Thompson would have learned at least some kind of strategy by now to defend that kind of style against him, because a lot of fighters have been using the takedowns and ground and pound against Thompson, and man, it was just an ugly fight for Steven. But like I said, I love the guy, and it sucked to see that. But Gilbert Burns had a very smart fight. He did what he had to do to get the victory. And man, all right, so let's get to the main event: Poirier versus McGregor. Man, so what a crazy first round, man. Like, it was really back and forth. McGregor opened the fight up with a lot of kicks. I thought there was a lot of good combos by each fighter. They're trading back and forth a lot. McGregor even had some really good combos that I think stunned Poirier a little bit. He was never he didn't Poirier never seemed like he was in really any trouble. But man, so then we get to things got crazy in the end of that first round. So you see both Poirier and McGregor go for these really lunging punches. McGregor just missed with the left hand, like just missed them. And what happened is McGregor stepped back and just sort of rolled his ankle, but it looked like the fracture is more higher than the ankle, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure we'll find out exactly what happened there, but it's either his ankle or the very lower part of his leg. He just twisted up and it snapped, man. It's really unfortunate to see. But man, leading up to that unfortunate event, like Poirier, McGregor was going for the chokehold, the guillotine against Poirier, and I think it was a dumb move by McGregor to attempt that in that position, because you kind of figured that Poirier would eventually get a takedown of that, and he got out of the guillotine, and yeah, from then to the almost the end of the round, Poirier had the sort of like a half mount on McGregor, landing a lot of elbows and punches. You know, McGregor tried his best um, to strike back, but Poirier had a huge advantage. And you know, I think that first round would have gone to Poirier, obviously. And then we had um, that climatic finish to that round. And yeah, so a doctor stoppage, but man, that just means that now Conor McGregor is going to be out of action for a while. Um, you know, a fracture, a break like that that's a good um, 3 or 4 month recovery there to get really back to where you need to be to even start um, regular training and you know, strengthen your leg back to fighting condition. So that's going to be sort of a long recovery back from that. But we all know how McGregor likes to take his time, you know, with different things that he does and scheduling matches. So it may be even longer till he's even ready or agrees to fight again. I mean, yeah, we may not even see him fight till next year sometime. So that's really unfortunate because I'm sure he had really big plans. And unfortunately, all those plans are curtailed now because of the injury now. So, um, yeah, but really breaking news there. And, you know, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, Poirier, man, he's the guy to beat in that division now. Like, um, you know, it's hard to say like if Conor McGregor didn't break his leg there, how that fight would have ended up. It would have been really interesting to see how McGregor came back in that second round after getting pummeled and that grounded pound by Poirier. Like, but if anyone could come back, it would have been McGregor though. So that would have been a really interesting rest of the fight. It's too bad we didn't get to see it, but so yeah, that was just my initial reaction to UFC 264. I'm still like really high in emotion, so I can't talk right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts and what went down at 264. And until next time, peace out.